we begin in Brisk. Well, actually, we don't begin in Brisk. All stories have a beginning. And this story begins in a bit of nothingness. There's nothing around. Nothing but Zysi and Zemster, the two deities of this region. And for eons, they sat in the nothingness. Zysi with an ever-wanting sense of progress and purpose and trying to create. And Zemster with purifying destruction and fury and consequence. So constantly they balanced each other out. Until at some point they came across a black orb. Oily in texture, but quite a large black spinning orb, which emanated the void, emanated death, emanated darkness. And so they fought. Zysi wanting progress out of this orb, wanting to move forward, to be something else. And Zemster wanting to burn it, wanting to purify it with a cleansing flame and make something rise from the ashes. Until one day Zysi finally got the upper hand and created a shell around the black orb. And on that shell, created life, created mortals, and put all of you there. And with the introduction of these mortals came a Krana. Out of a need, out of a necessity. With Zysi wanting progress over all else, and Zemster wanting to destroy all things, to provide a cleansing flame to bring something anew from the ashes. Akrana did not stand between the gods and the mortals. Akrana helped the mortals think for themselves and stand on their own 2 feet, and use Zysi's sense of progress for all, not for the single individual, but for all. So progress and prosperity was now for the many and not for the one. Now that was a long time ago. And on this shell floating through the void is a valley. And in that valley sits Brisk, nestled between 2 cliffs, a bustling hub. This would be what some would call in the future the golden age of Brisk. A time of prosperity, a time of peace. Brisk is at the height of its power. And right now, sitting on the edge of the Breeze District and the Chill District, both the Merchants District and Entertainment District respectively, is a cozy little tavern called the Goblin's Punch. And in the Goblin's Punch, standard tavern, there's a few brawls here and there. There's a tall furbolg woman in the corner behind the bar, yelling and swearing across the bar at the tavern patrons. And you 5 have found yourself in the Goblin's Punch, all assigned to each other, on a team, waiting for your first job. You've been with the Sky March for a couple of weeks at this point, but not to have a job yet. Brisk is in a state of prosperity and peace, so there's not a lot going on. It's more a matter of whatever the city guard can't handle gets passed up to the Sky March. So I guess a fair few of you are waiting for a chance to prove yourself. So where do we find each of you? Geist. Where do you think Geist is in the Goblin's Punch?
He would be in a spot where he can see all exits. There is no possible way to be attacked from behind, so he is up against the wall.
Okay. Do you think he's towards the front of the bar, so he's near a door? Or do you think he's at the back so we can see the door?
At the back. And you see him, he's just constantly, his head's just literally scanning every single person in there, assessing threats, sizing people up to be like, all right, cool.
Okay. Yeah. And Jane, where do you sit in this bar?
She's sitting at the quietest spot, but also near the front door so she can leave when she gets overstimulated.
Okay. And Nim?
Jane's by the door. Nim is on a seat, like sitting on it, like Riker style backwards, and is like kind of halfway up and is braiding Jane's hair. It's sitting over, and it's just sort of mumbling to herself up here. It's very. What do you use? It's very soft, and is it aloe vera?
Oh, thank you. I think so. It's just honestly, it's what's ever in my travel pack. I'm not entirely sure.
No, it's nice. It's not. It smells florally, but there's kind of like there's an earthy undertone. I don't know. It's very it is very It reminds me of the smell of the dirt.
Oh,
Oh no, did I disappoint you? I mean that in the most positive way.
not at all. It's
It
just maybe I
reminds
should.
me of home.
Oh, well, that's very, very sweet, Nim. It's just, I thought you said my hair smelled dirty at first, and I got kind of anxious. I don't know. Does it smell gross? It smells nice. You said floral. Thank you. She just kind of like starts fiddling with the hair that Nim isn't braiding. It's like, oh, God. Oh no.
And Windsor, where do we find you?
I think since joining the Sky March, Windsor hasn't had a drink because he's convinced that that's caused a lot of the problems leading up to this. So, if I'm not mistaken, Jack, you said Joey was a bit bigger of a person.
Yes.
Yeah. So Windsor's naturally a coward. So I think kind of just skulking like almost in the shadow of Joey, like because if not quite sure what. Yeah, I think Windsor's very uninformed about a lot of the actions. He kind of just follows the group, but knows if anything goes wrong, he can hide behind Joey.
And I guess that brings us to Joey. Where's Joey?
I think Joey's like just slapping Windsor on the back and like laughing, just like over the top aggressive. And he's like dragging him over to the bar because Joey wants to order a milkshake from the bar.
Joey?
Let's go get a milkshake, Windy.
Sure, Joey. That sounds plenty fun. Let's go get a milkshake. That sounds fantastic.
That's what we're up to.
Lovely. I imagine you hear that there's probably a fight breaking out in the corner, and the furball woman behind the bar screams across, "Look, I've told you about 5 times. No more fighting or out of the bar. All right?" It looks over to Joey. "What was it you wanted, darling?"
Ma'am, I would just love a strawberry milkshake if you have one.
Milk. No strawberries.
You got some chocolate?
You know what? I can make something work. And probably look at Windsor as well, standing right beside Joey. And you, hun?
With a very unbroken face, with bloodshot eyes. The same. Yeah, milkshake.
She disappears for a little while and all that sort of stuff. And as that happens, someone bumps into Windsor, knocking him into Joey, and sort of sloshing a bit of drink all over Windsor as well.
My apologies. My fault. I was clearly in your way. Joey, it was clearly taking up too much space. Perhaps we should shuffle over a couple of square kilometers.
Geist runs over and just puts the dude in the ground. In a bit of like a wrist lock, and he pulls out his sickle to the neck and like orders.
The guy on the floor starts panicking. "Oh look, I mean nothing by it. I'm sorry. It's just it was an accident. It's just look, I'll buy him a drink. It's fine."
Joey turns around with the milkshake. It's got like a big curly straw in it. Didn't notice getting bumped into. He's like, "Geist, what are you? Stop that! Get off him!"
Puts away the sickle. That's the guy going. Just goes back to scanning everything.
Just like yanks the dude from the ground up with like one hand and just like puts him on his feet, and he's like patting him off like, "You right, buddy?"
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. Look, let me pay. Let me. I'll pay for your drinks. Just it was an accident. I'm sorry. And you can see he like puts a couple coins on the bench, sort of thing, straight away, and says to the furball woman, "Liz, just the next couple rounds on me."
What a nice guy. That's so good. Yeah, how about that? This stuff happens to me all the time, Windy, by the way. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, anyway.
Joey, I did say that it's Windsor. I don't want the nicknames are cute. Windsor's good. Windsor or Windy, whatever works for you. Joey, whatever works for you, big fella.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all good, Windsor. That's all good. We can. I can pause on Windy for now. There might be one we can try. No, Windsor's all good.
And Nim and Jane, you're sitting there as well, just watching Geist take down a man with precision and ease, from what it looked like, over seemingly nothing. How's that sitting with you both?
Jane's doing a comical, slow head creak towards Nim and just stares at her. Her eyes shift back to Geist, and he's already up and leaving. He's like, what?
It is good not to question the emotions of some people.
Nim, with your keenly attuned emotional senses, you would also notice that Geist had nothing sparking while that happened. Just of note.
He scares me.
But you just said not to worry about it. What's scary? I mean, that was terrifying, but...
Most people are very radiant, but Geist just, he's just not. And that's okay. It is just not like anything I have seen before.
Jane's just kind of like nodding. He's like, yes, I understand. She does.
Like you, for example. You radiate an uncomfortable aura all the time, and I'm okay with that. But Geist, he just doesn't seem to... It is not as if he thinks or feels about what he is doing much.
Okay. Good to know. I feel like maybe that's something...
Oh, it is not that you make me uncomfortable. It is that you seem as though you are uncomfortable all the time.
Of course. I am. Very much so.
No, I knew it.
Oh, no, you're very good, Nim. Thank you. No, it's just lots of noises and a lot of fighting and a lot of yelling.
At this point, can I get each of you to roll a perception check, and just let me know if you get above a 15. And Geist, you have advantage on this because of how vigilant you are in this moment.
Nim rolled a 21 for perception.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay. Beautiful. Anyone else above a 15?
Negative.
6.
Lovely.
Negative.
Beautiful. Nim and Geist. The hair stands up on the back of both of your necks as you feel imminent danger coming towards you from the front of the bar. Now, both of you are at the front of the bar at this point, Geist having stepped in with the fight, and Nim sitting by the front door with Jane. And you both get the urge to move fast.
Can I grab Jane and just sort of like grab her and like body roll onto the ground? Like commando roll?
Yep, absolutely. And Geist, I give you a second to act in this as well.
Geist runs up and stands in front of Nim and Jane.
Okay, beautiful. So facing the front of the bar, I'm assuming? Yep, beautiful. So you're facing the front door of the bar. You're facing the front door of the bar. As it gets cleaved off, the entire front of the bar gone in a holy white light. And in its wake, bleary eyes, and as if you've been staring at the sun too long, with spots in your vision, you see the street and a gaping crater. As you see a cloaked figure with a gaunt face, stretched features, inhuman, radiating an aura of death and radiating an aura of just unease, and a crater hold around him. And with a raggedy cloak that's hanging over his shoulders and just hovering about, I would say, close to 15 feet above the ground in front of the bar. And then you hear the murmurs down the street from the crowd, and you hear murmurs of, "Dawnstrider, it's Dawnstrider." It's the Dawnstrider. Now, each of you would know who the Dawnstrider is. She is a Deutschka, a fairy elf similar to Nim, who leads the Sky March. And from down the street, you see Dawnstrider herself, clad in her heavy armor, in her paladin getup, walking calmly down this ruined cobblestone street, with her party at her side. She's got a wiry little goblin spellcaster weaving a spell right beside her, and a human rogue who's picking his teeth with some knives. And as Dawnstrider sort of walks calmly down the street, you see her start to pick up the pace a little bit, and you see her confidently step into the air as the goblin spellcaster starts casting floating platforms for her to step on, as she steps up and up and up to match the height of this being. And as it puts its hands out, down comes Dawnstrider with her great glowing golden axe, with another heavenly smite, cleaves it cleanly in two, leaving another crater firmly in the middle of the street, and no sign of this monster to be seen. And all of you are standing there, probably in a bit of stunned awe at something that seems quite powerful get taken down in what looked to be a single blow. And I think at this moment, you realize what the Sky March can be. And you realize what you've just entered and what you've just set on a path to become.
I think Windsor drops his milkshake.
Anyone else doing anything at this moment? I would say that Dawnstrider is probably on the ground with a crater around her, a good 5 to 10 feet in front of you, not far at all.
I'll walk up to her. Yeah, here's what I'll do. So while I'm on the ground with Jane, I guess.
Oh, I am sorry about that. I just had the sensation that something bad was going to happen, and then it did. You must come with me to meet Dawnstrider.
And she's going to grab Jane's hand and she's going to start walking.
Jane was very reluctant. I think she tried to stay in the ball as long as possible, just shaking her head violently at Nim. It's like, no, I don't want to. She's scary and big and terrifying.
Oh, Jane,
that was
it's okay. It is okay. Would you like me to help you?
With what?
Can I cast Calm Emotions on Jane?
Yes, I think you can, because it's a save, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
To fail.
It's a concentration. You can choose to fail. Yeah, that's
choosing to fail. Jane needs this.
You attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people, which is one person. Lovely. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range must make a charisma saving throw, but you're doing it anyway.
You don't have to use the spell point for anything for this. I'm happy for that to just be a fun use of it. And,
awesome.
Okay, so you both walk up, and I imagine Dawnstrider gets out of her superhero prose and takes you all in. And you notice, each one of you notice, that she takes you all in. She doesn't look at one of you. She looks at you all, and looks at you all quite intently. Seizes you, Nim, and immediately lights up. Oh, Nim, I'm so glad it was you. I knew they were choosing someone, and I hoped it was you this year. Don't you worry. I'll check in with your mother, and I'll tell her you're doing incredible. It's okay.
Oh, good. Yes, do not lie to her, though. It has been a little bit tricky. It's been a little bit hard. And I'm still learning many, many things, but it's very exciting. This is my friend Jane.
Oh.
Can't you see? Jane.
Oh, Jane.
Yes.
Now, Jane, I want to assure you myself that while your father's contributions to the Sky March have been great and plenty, you are here on your own merit. And nothing to do with him, and you have earned your place.
Thank you.
So please let that ease your mind.
Thank you.
Joseph, I see you over there.
Drinking the milkshakes. Hi. We got free milkshakes. Do you want one?
What flavour?
They only had chocolate. They didn't have strawberry.
Oh, it's a shame. I know that Liz doesn't keep the stock of strawberries. You have to go to the other side, of the breeze for that. It's noted. I tell you, the other side of the breeze, there is a group of taverns over in the northern side. Perfect, amazing strawberry milkshakes.
So you're telling me you want me to run over there, grab you a few strawberries, get this milkshake made? Because I swear on this sword that my dad won in a raffle, I will get it for you.
No, there is no need. I have had plenty. I am just letting you know the next time you are craving a strawberry milkshake, that is the place to go. And
Yep.
do not worry, Margaret and Lloyd would be so proud to see you standing here. Look, it may not be the farm, it may not be as glamorous, but just know that you have a home at Brisk. Okay, you have a home in the Sky March.
How nice is this, guys? Wow.
And I imagine she sees Windsor sitting sort of little bit, a bit behind Joey and cowering.
Madam Dawn Rider, I think I was trying to explain that there's been some kind of confusion because I'm not entered to. I don't belong here.
Windsor, look, someone finally got you to come here. I'm just a bit upset that it wasn't me. Someone finally nubbed you, especially after what you did in Fountain. I can't believe that no one nabbed you then, but I'm glad you're here now.
And what was the thing that I did that I claimed that I did in Felton?
She puts a hand on Joey's shoulder. She's like, he's incredibly modest. It was amazing. Okay, a whole village burnt to the ground, and not one death, all because of this man.
See, Madam Dawn Rider, I don't think that was me that did, because I would remember doing that. And again, like I could, Joey, no, I couldn't do any, like save someone. I don't have any skills.
It was Brianna here herself who witnessed, and she tried to recruit you back then. And you see the wiry little goblin being like, hey.
Madam, I've never seen that goblin in my entire life.
And then I imagine standing at the ready, still to the side, she turns to Geist, sees him still standing at the ready, I imagine.
Yeah.
And she says, Griffith, it's okay. Be at peace. The problem is dealt with. No, not Griffith yet, is it? Still Geist. Okay. We can work with that.
See his shoulders relax. And then you see him start to slump. Hand goes on the head, down to a knee. And he just, for anyone that can hear him, you just hear, Griffith. No. And he just stands back up.
She goes over and she says, and she whispered, only to Griffith, or only to Geist. And I think anyone listening in would still be able to hear, no problem at all, but you could see that it is directed for him alone. It says, keep in mind, you answer to no one but your friends and their safety now.
He gives a nod.
Now, all of you, you have earned your place in the Sky March. And I'm sorry it has been so long, but I actually, this morning, dropped off some jobs to Chad in the entrance hall. And one I specifically figured was a good first job for all of you. And I urge you to make your way there, speak to Chad, and he can give you the job. But please, do not be a stranger. If you need me, ask Chad. He can always find me. Greatness is expected of you. Akrana believes in those who stand for themselves. So do that and stand for yourselves. So off you go. Get your job. I think it is perfect for first-timers. As she bids you all farewell.
Windsor's going to turn to the group. So if we don't want to stand for ourselves, we can head on out.
Oh no, Windsor, you have to stay.
I just feel like every time I bring up the fact that isn't me, it just gets completely disregarded in every conversation that I've had over the past week. I say it's not me, and then it just gets completely ignored, and they talk about other stories that aren't about me.
But remember, you saved me.
No,
You saved me. You beat up all those guys.
no, Joey.
You're very
That was you,
modest,
yeah.
Windsor.
Just the other night, I saw you saving a kitten out of a tree.
Yeah. You're always doing stuff like this.
You are perhaps one of the most caring people I have ever met.
I agree.
I'm gonna get a drink.
You see that Aunt Liz, like, seeing that the problems dealt with, the whole front of her tavern is gone, but seems unconcerned. This is sort of just a part of Brisk. So, off you all go to the Sky March, with Windsor with drink in hand, with Joey with milkshake in hand.
Finished it, he doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, he's realised that he's taken a cup from Liz's bar.
I'll bring it. I'll hang on to it so I can give it back to her.
No, it's okay. Did you know it is not actually illegal to not bring bowls out into the street? So if you want, you could go home and get a bowl and pour your milkshake into the bowl and drink it in the street with a straw.
What a great idea.
I know. Thank you.
My life is going to turn around since I've joined the Sky March. There's a lot of good stuff happening.
I think a lot of people sometimes think that you don't have to bring cutlery outside from your house, but you can, and you should.
You should. I'm hearing. That's good.
I'm just going to go make it a double.
Would you like a bowl? I have one in my backpack.
Yep. Yeah, we'll take a bowl. We'll load it up. Let's I feel like I'm going to have to load up on beverages for the rest of the day.
All right, I'll hand you the ball. Yeah, sure. I'll take a bowl out of my backpack and like a little metal straw.
Just pour your alcoholic beverage into the bowl and drink it as you walk. It stops spillage if you hold it steady.
Thank you, Nim.
No worries, Windsor. And she's gonna like trot on forward.
Lovely. So, a little bit of time passes as you make your way across Brisk, and I think that one thing to sort of note as you make your way across Brisk is just the feeling that this is a beginning, right? This is a beginning of greatness. The stories that children get told of heroes and things like that all come from the Sky March, and you've just joined their ranks. It comes with both sides. You both understand that this is the beginning of greatness, but you're a bit dwarfed by the legends, and that one should stand equal to all these legends. I think it just sets a scale for what you're about to embark on. And as you walk through Brisk, you sort of feel the wind of the city, the noise and the music from the chill, the entertainment district, the roar and the aftermath of Dawnstrider's heavy strike that took out almost a city block, and the awe of the civilians that just watched her work.